Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Morning. Happy Saturday, guys.
What up, Big Love?
Sir, what's going on?
Man, I can't call it, man. Good morning to everybody. And look, Champ has a game, so I'm gonna go get him, but I'm gonna be listening.
Okay, sounds good.
Make
Sir.
sure I got a chance to see everybody real quick and keep it moving.
Yes, sir.
Buenos días.
Yes, yes, yes. Get down, get down. Don't get me started. Don't even do it to me this morning. I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
Marcus.
Yes, happy Saturday, everyone. Happy Saturday.
We're gonna try to
Saturday.
pass some of this snow to you guys.
I rebuke that. I do not.
Yeah.
I'm not built for the snow like that.
I'm not trying to do that at all. I'd rather.
That's all we know here in Canada.
Oh my God.
Right? Yeah. I don't know how you do it, Leanne.
I guess when you're born with it, it's just the way
Right.
it is, right? And you just
Right.
find a way to enjoy it. We're
And I
skiing and
noticed yesterday
snowboarding
you
and
cut your
curling.
hair.
I did,
It
yeah.
looks cute. I noticed
Thank
that
you.
yesterday. I was like, wait.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's cool.
Yeah. I've been in California since 1990, and up here in the Bay Area it gets cold, but I never got used to it.
No.
Nope. They took me out the island, but the island didn't. They didn't take the
It
island
didn't
out of
leave
me.
me. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Right.
I think if I didn't have snow, I would miss it, to be honest. Right?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, you grow up with it.
Yeah, you grow up with
Makes
it.
sense.
You build the snowman. You learn how to have fun in the snow. That's what we do.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Got to do it. Somebody has to volunteer. You are better than me. Whew. Right. That's cool. That is cool. Awesome. Yes. Well, happy Saturday, everyone. Looking forward to another wonderful day.
All right, it's 7. Let's do it.
Is
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome. It's wonderful. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to frame it a little bit differently. We'll see. We'll see how. All right. So who's ever heard of this statement? This is the day that the Lord has made. Anybody ever heard of that one? Okay. Now I'm going to say it this way. I'll just say for right now. The people in the group can't answer yet. I'm going to see. I'm going to see how this goes. All right. Because when I get into it, you'll see why. Because we've kind of already talked about it. But it'll also give you a chance to see, like we talked about yesterday, it'll give you a chance to see how people who haven't seen the end act, right? And people who have, how they act, right? You get a chance to see yourself in different perspectives. All right. So this is the day that the Lord has made, right? All right. This is the day that the Lord has made. So what is today?
The day the Lord has made.
That's great. That's wonderful. What does that mean? This is the day that the Lord has made. What is today?
The day you create.
So what is today?
Marlon put Saturday in the chat.
Okay. That's wonderful. What is today?
Larissa put in the chat the present.
What is today? Think about it. So think about what you're thinking about right now, right? When I say what is today, think about what you're thinking about right now. Okay. Now, let me ask you another question. When you ask someone, how was your day? Right? Let's say today is Saturday. If it's Saturday for everyone, why do you ask someone, how was your day? Why do you ask them that? If it's Saturday for everybody today, let's say, why do you ask somebody how their day is then?
In the chat, we have Marlon trying again. He said today is right now. Larissa put time.
Okay. So second question, if Saturday is Saturday, then why do we ask someone, how did your day go? Or how is your day going?
Because you're really asking about how they're doing.
So what is your day? So what is today?
How you're feeling in the moment?
What if you feel something different? Does that make it Sunday? Right? No, it's good. What you say?
So in the chat, we have a couple things.
Say it again.
Larissa put how you are presently. Coach JK put people have different experiences. June Marie said it's whatever you decide it to be. And Marlon's trying again to see what events have happened to them that's positive or negative.
Yes, but you're doing all of that. One of you are pretty close. You're doing all of that because all of that is a reflection of what? You're asking people that because you're giving me all the reasons that you're doing it, but you're giving me all the things you do because of the reason, but you're still not telling me the reason that you're doing it. You're telling me all the different things you do because of it, but you're still not telling me what it is. What is today?
Whatever you believe it to be.
Okay, so then what is today?
Okay, JK
What I
added
believe.
to us. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Leanne.
What I believe.
What you believe. Then what is
expression of what I believe.
So then what is today?
A good day.
So then what is today?
Is it consciousness?
Okay, so then, yes, that's true. So then what is today? This is the day that the Lord has made. Everybody says that. Sounds good. It's wonderful. It's even better on a sticker. It's great. What is today? If that's true, which it is, what is today? So remember yesterday in the group, that's why I said you guys can't really answer yet. You see what I mean? I said, what if you had amnesia? Wouldn't your life be different? If you didn't, it wouldn't make the world different. It would make it different to you, right? Because your frame of reference for everything outside of you is based on you first. What you think it is because of who you think you are, right? So if you have amnesia, meaning you lose awareness, self-awareness of who you are, if you lose the awareness of who you are, then it changes everything else in reference, changes all your references now. Because you don't know if this is your mother anymore, or your father, or your son, or your brother. You don't really know who that person is because you don't know who you are. You're the anchor. So everything starts with you. So this is the day the Lord has made. What is today?
All right. So in the chat, we also have Coach JK to assess their state of mind. Larissa had said consciousness, which she said.
Yeah.
Marlon, an expression of yesterday. June Marie said, my rest day.
So when I say what is today, this is almost like amnesia.
Marco Bailey wrote a day I have made. So I just want to say, y'all, he can't see the chat. That's why I'm reading it. Feel free to unmute.
I went to go grab. I went to go grab my phone to the little picture. Oracle draw down to here so I could draw them, right?
That's what I said. What happens when you have amnesia? You lose all reference to things. So you don't really know what things are. You don't really know how to use things. You don't really understand what something, you don't understand what it is because you don't understand who you are. Everything starts in reference to you. So I could go on and on and on. So I'll ask one more time. What is today?
A day I have made.
What does that mean? What is today? If that's the case and that's true, if you know that's true, then what is it?
A day of unlimited options.
That's true, but still doesn't tell me what is today. That's what you can do with it.
A day I chose.
Okay, so what is today? See, I keep hammering it because, like I said, when you have amnesia, when you forget who you are, you forget what things are. What is today? Today is me. Today is I. Today is you. Today is you. It is you in physical form. Why do you ask somebody what how's their day going? But you're saying, how is your? Your is a what? Your means what?
Ownership.
Ownership. Possession. So the day doesn't possess you, you possess the day. It's your day. The day is you. Your day is you in physical form. Be it good or bad, it is you in physical form. It is the physical thing that you are experiencing as you are. This is the day that the Lord has made. Who is the Lord? Who is that?
I am.
I am. So I am. So then I am made the day, right? So if you make a cake, what did you make?
Okay.
A cake.
Oh yeah, somebody said it was with their chest.
No thanks.
Nice. That is just wonderful. I love when people get excited because then I get excited. And now we all about to get excited. I made a cake. Well, if you made today, then whose day is it?
Mine.
Mine.
So then if it's yours, then how is your day going?
However I make it go.
So then why are you complaining about your day? Then let's make it even worse. Then why do most people complain about Monday?
Because it's the start of a work week.
But I thought it was the day that you made. So you're saying you made Monday to complain about.
The society has done that because that's the start of a work week from the weekend.
What does society got to do with you?
Nothing.
So then, not you personally. Then why are you complaining about Monday? Not you personally. Then who are we being that we complain about Monday? If we know that this is the day that the Lord has made, and I am made that, and we know I am to be me, I, you, singular first person. The book calls it God, but it's the same thing because we say it all the time. And as much as we all say it, and as many of us that say it, we should be getting sued if this is not right. This is copyright infringement, trademark infringement. We'd be in all kind of trouble if this really wasn't who we are. This is the day the Lord has made. The Lord is I am. The Lord God, I am. The awareness of being. So your awareness of being made this day. Your awareness of being in his right mind when you're thinking properly made the day to what? This is the day the Lord has made and what?
And let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Yes, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Or let us rejoice and be glad in it. So the Lord, I am, your true nature, made this day to rejoice and be glad in, and you're complaining that it's Monday. No, where's the chest now? I want some chest. Where's the chest that I heard a couple minutes ago? Where did that go? This is what
Because majority don't have never, well, I can't say have never, but great number of people has never looked at it like that. Don't have the thought processes around that. Don't believe that I made the day or I am the day and I have control over the day. So if they don't have that belief or concept, then yes, we're going to believe and react how we've always reacted.
And that is wonderful. And that's why we're all here, right?
Right, right.
Here, when we remember who we are, see, you're not on this earth learning anything. What you call learning is really remembering. It's just remembering. When you are teaching your kids how to read, you can't really teach your kids how to read, meaning you can't do it for them. You can do it with them, but you can't see through their eyeballs. You can't move their eyeballs. You can't make their brain work. You're doing it from an externalized, detached position because you're not them. No matter how close to them you are, you're not them. So all you're really doing when you think you're teaching your kids how to read is you are providing opportunities for them to remember how to do the things they already know how to do. That's why they have the functions in them already. They can already move their eyeballs. They can already interpret. You're just providing opportunities for them to use something that without this opportunity, they would never use it. They would never seek to use it. You can't read for them. You can read with them, but you're the only one reading. I mean, in the sense of if they're 6 months old and you're 25, you're the only one reading. But what you're doing is you're putting the opportunity in front of them so that they can turn on the mechanism they already have. They already know how to do that. They just, in their human experience, haven't done it. So now the more opportunity of that you keep putting in front of them, the more they're going to start saying, oh, yeah. They start to turn that on. It's like when you get in your car and it's cold and you first turn the heater on, it doesn't feel like it's working because it's cold. You haven't, let's just say this day, you haven't done it before this day, today. But once you turn it on and leave it on, that cold air turns into warmth, right? So when you first start, quote unquote, reading to your kids, right, so that your kids can learn how to read, you're only reading to them as an example so that they can start copying. They copy everything you do, don't they? The curse words you say accidentally.
No, no.
Things you say, you drop, step on, or right now. Of all the other things, right? They are just copying it. But they're using the mechanism. So now they're saying, okay, you put something in front of them, they start learning how to read, but really they're just remembering. They're activating the things, all the faculties they have within them. They're just activating them now because of the opportunity you've given them. Right? So this is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day that you made, that I am, your awareness made, to rejoice and be glad in, but you call it Monday. Yeah, now the reason we're here is because we are waking up. We're remembering who we are. Right? And when you remember who you are, then Monday doesn't seem the same. Monday is another day to rejoice and be glad in. Monday is another day to be in victory only, victory always. Monday is another day to prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. That's what Monday is. When you're awake, when you're aware, when you know who you are. When you don't, it's Monday. It sucks. Let me put on my sunglasses in the office until 10 a.m. Don't talk to me. And if I didn't have my coffee, don't talk to me until I have my coffee for your safety and mine, because I'd really like to keep my job here. I don't want to be tackling you in the parking lot. Right? Monday is a day to rejoice and be glad in when you know who you are, because you made Monday. Monday didn't make itself. Why is Monday any worse than Friday? Why is Monday any worse than Tuesday? Why is Monday any worse than Saturday? If you made them all, who's deciding which one is good and bad and right and wrong? Who is doing that? I need the chess people out.
I am.
I am. So then don't blame your job. Don't blame traffic. Don't blame your boss. Don't blame your spouse. Don't blame your kids. You decided that. Now, to Larissa's point, we have been conditioned to do so. So this is not a place where we blame, guilt, shame, because that doesn't do anything. Those are human things that humans do. That's not what we're doing here. We don't do that. What we're doing here is calling attention to our awareness so we get a better understanding of our world. We don't understand our world because we're not aware of what we're aware of. We're not aware of who we're being, meaning we're not aware of what we're thinking. We're not aware of who is thinking. We think we are just Marlon. We don't realize that we are the Lord God. We are I am. We say it all the time. How can we not be it? I am Marlon. I am Auntie Shaky. I am Karen. I am Mona. I am. We're saying it all the time. So, and this is the day that I am is made. So if I am saying I am, and so therefore that means I am the owner of Monday, how should I describe that thing? How should I describe Monday?
The way I want to be perceived: glorious, perfect, awesome, perfect, prosperous.
Why is that?
Because that's what I am.
That's what you made. How should you describe your children? What if you described your children the same way you describe Monday?
That's wild.
You wouldn't do it, would you? If you describe your children the same way you describe Monday, just imagine what that's going to feel like and look like. But then you wonder why Monday sucks. You made it suck. You sucked on Monday.
It's what you expected it to be.
It's what you made it because of your expectation. You woke up with an attitude. What do you mean? If you're cooking a cake, if you're baking a cake, like you're making it from the beginning, you're doing the whole thing, mixing it all up, you're doing all that stuff, right? While you're doing all that, aren't you doing that because you're aware of what the thing is going to be in the end? Isn't that true?
Yes.
How many people?
I think we're all still stuck on you sucked on Monday.
You do. My daughter's mother, my daughter said one day, "Mom, I'm bored." She was like, "How can you be bored?" She was like, "Well, I don't have anything to do." She said, "No, you're not bored, you're boring." If you don't know how to entertain yourself, how are you going to entertain somebody else? If you don't know how to make you happy, if you don't know how are you going to provide that to anyone else? You can only give what you have, right? You can't give what you don't have. So if you are bored, you are boring. If you don't have a way to get yourself up, get yourself going, then who else is supposed to do it for you? This is Monday. It's the day that you made. You made this day and you said this day sucks. So then who really sucks then?
The person who said that.
Who you're being sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You're not thinking properly. You made a day that's supposed to be rejoice and be glad in. If you are rejoicing and being glad all day, every one of us have different lives and different ways we're going to see that. But wouldn't that day be a lot different? If you got to rejoice and be glad all day, like you're in 8th grade in the summer, not old enough to work, right? But old enough to get out the house and be gone for a couple hours away from your parents with hopefully a couple dollars in your pocket, no homework, sun all day, nice weather. You're rejoicing and glad that day, aren't you? You don't need no Bible to do that, do you? So this isn't a religious thing. This is an awareness. It's an understanding of something. If you made Monday, Monday is you. It's your possession. That's why you ask somebody, how was your day? Because it doesn't matter if we're all talking about Monday or Saturday. We're all having different experiences. So that means the day can only be different because you're different. That's why you ask somebody how their day is, because it could be different for them than it is for you. So then what is that saying? It's saying that even though the day you think is the same, everybody's not having the same day. Everybody's having a day according to who they are, not according to what the day is. The day is not dictating anything to you. You're using the day to express who you're aware of being. The day is not independent of you. But when you don't know that, you give credit to everything. You give credit to Monday like it's something you didn't create. The thing you created, you're now a victim of. That's like you literally building a jail in your backyard walking through and sitting back there, locking yourself in and be like, I'm locked up. Well, whose jail is this? Mine. Who built the jail? Me. Well, who walked in? Me. Voluntarily? Yes. Well, who closed the door? Me. Well, why are you complaining if every step of the way, this is you? Yeah, but they. Who is they? You didn't mention a they yet. I asked you who built it, you. I asked you whose idea this was, you. I asked you whose is this? Mine. Well, who made you walk in? No one but me. Well, why are you in here? Well, it's Monday. I mean, this is like, you know, it's like a Big Mac, like double meat. Like, this is double dumb. This is double stupid. This is double ridiculous. You made this day, you're supposed to be glad, and you're using it with some sunglasses on and some coffee in silence like you're mourning. Thank God it's Friday, but oh hell, it's Monday. How does that work? And you made them both. That's like you loving your right hand and hating your left hand, and it's on the same body. Yeah, when you put this stuff in different contexts, you just realize how silly it is. And only someone who's not operating in their right mind would do that. Love your right hand and hate your left. And it's on the same body. How does that work? So what is today? You. Today is you. You are using today to express who you are. The day is not independent of you. It doesn't just go the way it wants to go. It goes the way you tell it to go. You're using it to express yourself and to experience yourself in physical form. You're expressing yourself consciously, and you're experiencing in physical form what you are aware of being, what your consciousness is aware of being. So if Monday sucks, you suck. If you're bored, it's because you're boring. You can't be bored if you're not boring. This is a reflection of you. It has nothing to do with they, them, this, that. It has nothing to do with anything external. The external is a physical representation of your internal. Just like the outcome of something, everything you see was first an idea. So you don't praise the thing that you see. The thing that you see is a reflection of the idea. So you don't praise the effect, you praise the cause. You don't worship the effect, you worship the cause. Just using the word lightly, right? You understand the power lies in the cause, not the effect. You're giving all your power away to the effect, to the things that is the outcome of something, and not to the creator of something. And that creator of something is who?
I am.
Who is that?
Consciousness.
Who is that?
Me.
Me.
You.
Yeah. People say I am all the time. We say I am all the time, but Monday sucks. So we gloss over the word I am. We don't even realize what we're saying. That's why I say, who is that? Don't just say, I know what you're saying, but don't just say I am like it ain't me, like it ain't you. It's you. When you say you know it's you. It's you. I am this. We say I am sick. We say that all the time. So don't say I am like it's something like we should all understand this power, or like it's the creator of all things, because otherwise we wouldn't say I am sick. I am broke. I am stupid. I am ugly. I am this. I am that. We wouldn't say those things, but we say them and we think it's realistic. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling it like it is. Can't you see?
I'm just keeping it real.
What?
Like I used to say, I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just keeping it as it is. You're just keeping it reality. You're just keeping the same thing that you're thinking the same way you're thinking it. You're dying in your sin. That error of thought makes you stay as you are. So when I say, what is today? Today is you. Today is you in physical form. Whatever you are in mind, that's the way your day is. That is the day you're going to have. You've already predicted your future. And unless or until you change your mind, your day is going to go just like it is currently, unless you change it. A cake requires ingredients. Day requires thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. And whatever ingredients you put, that's your cake. Whatever thoughts, feelings, and beliefs you have, that's your day. Huh. Right? We don't even realize, we don't realize what we're saying. I am. We act like these things that we put after it are separate entities. They're not. So we talked last week. Where is he at? Yeah, he's on here. So, Coach JK, I was talking to you last week, and we talked about impact and profit. What is impact and profit?
Are you referring to like the impact that we make in business and then profiting out of it?
Okay, that's fine. So what is impact and profit?
So, am I on?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So if I remember back correctly to last week, the frame of that question, we were talking about social media. Yeah. So my social media is an expression of who I am.
Yes, sir.
So I had asked a question about my belief that I'm focused on impacting folks and making a profit.
Correct.
So what is impact and profit? Impact and profit is a result of me being who I am. I soaked that in as a side effect, really, as I continue to focus on who I am and show up as who I believe myself to be, not who I'm trying to be, because that was the piece also. I said I'm showing up on social media and I'm trying to impact people.
Right.
I've reframed that with I am who I am. And the side effect is impact. The side effect is profit, as long as I continue to show up as who I am.
Mm-hmm. So what is impact and profit?
The side effect of who I am.
So what is impact and profit?
I don't speak a different language to say the same thing that I just said. So
That's good.
I'll just be repeating the same thing.
No, it's wonderful. Because this is what humanity would say, I'm at my wit's end.
Okay.
Impact, all right, let's see who else. What is impact and profit? If everything he said is true, which it is, he's correct. What is impact and profit?
It's me.
It's
or him.
Or him. You are. Impact and profit is me.
Like one and the same, because he said it's a side effect of him.
It is an expression of you.
That's what I was going to say, expression.
Impact and profit is you. You are, because why? Impact and profit, right, is impactful and profitable. And who is me? Me is I am. So, and I am, people call God, consciousness, nature. So what is God impactful?
Yes.
Is God profitable?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I am is the name for that title, God. So that means you're by nature impactful and profitable. The only reason you were trying is because you didn't know who you were in that moment. But I'm using you like I'm talking to a player on a team. I'm talking to everybody. I'm just talking to you because you're the one that committed the foul last week, right? So now I'm using it as a teaching point for the team. And everything you walked it through, you were right. Everything you said today was exactly right. But I want to put it in Tuesday terms. Like Sarita and I was talking about Tuesday. I wanted to put it in Tuesday terms. So when we're thinking about impact and profit, we're not saying God or I am or no, me. Because that's what you say on Tuesday. Don't nobody say all this that we say on Saturday on Tuesday, right? We're trying to make Tuesday Saturday and Saturday Tuesday. Me, I am impact. I am profit. I am. Impact and profit are not real things. What did I say last week? Who has a business? And I think JK said the same thing. And I said, well, can you call your business? He said, yeah. I said, well, if you call your business, who's going to answer? He said, me. So then who is the business? Me. So can anybody pick up the phone and call Impact? Anybody got Prophet's number? Please let me know. If you got Prophet's letter, please give it to me. I'll pay you some money. You can profit off of giving me the number to Prophet. Right? Impact and profit are not real things. They're not real things. They're expression of I am the real thing. That's what they are. Success. What is that?
Me.
That's all it is. It is you being. You being, it is I am in an awareness, in a state of awareness that we call success. That humanity calls success. It is I am in an awareness. It is not something to chase. It's not something to achieve. It's not something to attain. It's not something you can reach. It's not something you can grab. It's like air. Can anybody grab success? Anybody see success? Can you call it? Can you grab it? Can you touch it? Can you smell it? It's not a thing to achieve. It's not a thing to attain. It's not something that you reach. It's not something that you work for. It can only be expressed. And the chasing of it is as silly as this. Everybody pay attention. On a sunny day, I saw a man driving a car chasing an air conditioner. On a sunny day, I saw a man driving a car chasing an air conditioner. What does that sound like to you?
Crazy.
Unorthodox, yeah. Strange.
Why?
Doesn't make sense.
We don't.
Why not?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't see things like that happen. We don't know that to be a normal thing, to have a reason to it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
I wouldn't necessarily say anything was wrong. It's out of the
Sounds
ordinary.
like you're in a low income area.
Or somebody got their air conditioner stolen.
Air conditioner can't run. That's one.
You said, or somebody what?
Said, or somebody got their air conditioner stolen and it's hot and they're trying to get it back.
If somebody got their air conditioner stolen, do you know what that's called in consciousness? You talked about the physical.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the non-physical equivalent of that?
Taking your power, taking your sense of ownership, taking your comfort.
Forgetting who you are. Because nothing can ever be taken from you in consciousness. You give it away when you don't know who you are. Now, the reason why chasing an air conditioner with a car is not something we don't see, because doesn't an air conditioner generally come in a car?
Right.
So then
I thought you meant a unit. I thought you meant like a central unit. Like I thought when you said he's chasing an air conditioner, I thought you meant like an actual central unit. He's chasing that.
Yeah, same.
Right. I said it that way for a multitude of reasons. Because it could only make one way. It couldn't make sense with the car. That's why you didn't think that. That's why when you chase money, it doesn't make sense. That's why when you chase health, it doesn't make sense. That's why when you chase love, it doesn't make sense. Because that is not actually how you get it. You already have it. But if you don't turn it on, it's already a part of your car. It's already a part of who you are. It's not something to chase, it's something to turn on. It's something to turn on by becoming aware of being that thing. So the thing you're chasing is not something, you're chasing it because you're unaware that you have it, that it's a natural function of who you are. What does it say? God is what? What do they say?
Love.
Is love. So why are you chasing it? I am is love. So if you already are love, why would you chase it? the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, right? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Are you the only one on here? Hello. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, who is the Lord?
I am.
Me.
So now I am. So the earth is I am's and the fullness thereof. What does that mean?
Everything is on it is mine. It's mine.
That's good. Say it with your chest. I like it. Oh, I like it. So then, how can you be broke if you own everything? How could you not be able to afford it if you own everything? How can you be broke with something you own? How can you not afford what you already have?
You disremember
What?
who you are.
Yeah, it's rhetorical, but we still got to talk it out. Yeah, you shouldn't have hit the kids. You know you shouldn't have, but you're still going to the counselor's office to talk it out, to make sure that you're sure that you understand. Because when you leave here, if you do the wrong thing when you go to this office again, next time it won't be a conversation, you'll be suspended. If you walk out of here and you forget who you are and say you can't afford it, the next time it may cost you more than it cost you already.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. It. There's no blame here. There's no guilt here. There's no shame here. We all came in this physical form and we forgot. We forgot who we were, who we are. We've never stopped being who we are. That's why there's a lot of things we can't reconcile, because we didn't realize that we're still I am, even when you're 2 years old. Because I am is not a body. I am is an awareness, is a consciousness. That's why you read to your kids. You read to your kids when they're in utero, right? When the woman is pregnant, don't you still read to your kids? Don't you still talk to them? Well, then why are you doing that if they're not alive or if they can't hear you? Because they can. Because they're consciousness. They're not their body. They're awareness. They don't need ears to hear. They're awareness.
They're suing her and
That's why that happens. So when you forget who you are, then you start chasing the air conditioner down the street. But you say, well, I thought you were talking about something else. No, I'm talking about you. You thought I was talking about something else because it wouldn't make sense. Yes, that's why it doesn't make sense to chase money, chase love, chase all these things that you think you have to get. You only think you have to get because you think you're human. You don't realize you have forgotten that you are divinity, that you are divine, that you are I am. You are consciousness. You are the sole supreme authority of your reality. Haven't you heard people say, you create your own reality? Haven't you heard people say that? And everybody's like, yay. And it turns into a whole Oprah show. And everybody's clapping and cheering and stomping. And everybody's like, I create my own reality. And you create your own reality. And you create your own reality. And you're a winner. And
Stop.
Everybody does it. Oh, it's all wonderful. It's wonderful, isn't it? Until the show is over. And later on that evening, you can't even find the sticker anymore. You're like, where's that sticker? I thought I had a sticker that said, you can't even find the sticker now. Sticker that dropped off your jackets in the parking lot. You done ran over it and backed over it and pulled out the parking lot. Now you at the house thinking, hey, where's that? Who? They said I was, hey, Billy, who did they say we were? I don't know. I'm watching the game. And you said, now you don't know. Now he forgot and you don't know. And the sticker gone in the parking lot. Guess what day it is? What day is it? What day is it?
Tuesday.
The day the Lord has made.
Tuesday. When none of people are here on this call to hold your hand. Nobody's here to hold your hand then. What if you can't find your accountability partner? What if they're at the dentist? They're not avoiding you. They're just at the dentist. What if they're in the shower? Girl, I called you. You're supposed to be there for me. What, I can't bathe now? I can't get my own grill checked on? I'm supposed to just, what am I, an on-call nurse? You guys are using accountability partners like they're an on-call nurse, like they're your own private bodyguard. No, you're on your own. That's what Tuesday is, on your own. What you going to do now? How are you going to think now? So all of us are out here chasing love, chasing money, chasing success, chasing prosperity, chasing abundance, chasing health. We're out here chasing health. We're all out there chasing these things like they're independent of you. You driving in the car with air conditioning built into it, and you driving down the street chasing it. When all you have to do is flip the switch by becoming aware of being that thing. I am that thing. I am success. Success is not an independent thing. You can't call it. You can't catch it, touch it, hold it. It is an expression of who you're being. Wealth is an expression. It is not a physical possession. The physical thing that you possess is an expression of your awareness. What you have, how you got it, if you keep it, how much of it you have, how hard it is to get or easy it is to get. Those are that physical experience you're having with a thing called money is nothing but the physical expression of your awareness, of your consciousness in that area. There is no money. There is no them. There is no physical world like that. The physical world that you are engaging with, when you say my life, my world, when you're saying my life, it is the physical expression of life itself, which is internal, which is your awareness of being. That's all this is. So when you're aware of being broke, you can work as hard as you want. You'll remain broke. You may make a little money, but it's like a thermostat. You'll come right back to it. You'll come right back to what you're thinking. Because the physical world needs you to make it alive. What is success without you? Anybody? What is success without you?
Nothing.
Nothing. What are you without success?
Well,
I am.
Yes, you're still something without that thing. You're still something with or without something. Without you, success is what?
Nothing.
Without you, money is what?
Nada.
Wait, why did it take so long when I said money? Did it get tricky? Did it change? You need that. Hold on. Now I know that success, yeah, I can, but money, hold on. No, it's the same thing. Didn't you make money? Didn't you have to come up with the concept of making money? As far as like dollars, milk, quartz, goat, land, whatever you're exchanging in currency, somebody had to come up with that concept. Is that correct?
Correct.
So the person that came up with that concept, the people who came up with that concept, they called themselves what? They were what?
Thinking?
What did they call themselves?
Wealthy.
What did they call themselves?
I am.
Philosopher?
I am. In the God. In the beginning, I am. Created the heavens and the earth. So the heavens and the earth that God created, I am, God was before it. Is that correct?
Yes.
So then you don't need the heavens and the earth to be
I am
wealthy.
To be you. So then the question then becomes,
who am I?
Who am I?
World. The answer to that question is the world you live. Is the physical expression called life, that you call life, that you live. That's your answer. Whoever you are is what your world looks like in physical form. The world is all of our consciousness is being poured in. It's like gumbo. It's everybody's thoughts being poured in. But your life, your world is solely yours. That's why you are literally the creator of it. And humanity, you're not the creator like making it up. You are the creator as in selecting from all that's already made up. Humanity selects. I am creates. I am is finished creating. So there is nothing left to create. There is only the ability in human form to select. But anything that you could want in your brain, your mind knows how to get you. It's already selected. What did it say? I know what you have need of even before you ask. What do you think? That's your brain telling you that? The same one that says, I don't know?
So it's like how they say in quantum physics, how there's multiple realities available to us happening at the same time. And it's a matter of selecting that identity to what you desire to be in and aligning yourself with one of those quantum realities.
Correct. By saying, I am. I am this or I am not that. You select by what you want and what you don't want. But it only comes alive when life gives life to it. And you are, I am giving life to all of what you call physical circumstance. Physical circumstance, physical things are nothing but the expression of the non-physical, which is the creator. I am. You can't see I am, the spirit. You can't see your spirit. You only see your body. But it's your body. It's your possession. It's your money. It's your life. They're your possessions. It's your wife. It's your husband. It's your kids. They're your possessions. Psychologically, they are the physical expression of who you believe yourself to be. They are not independent. They are no different than business and success. They are not reality independent of you. They are reality as an expression of you. That's why when you spend all your time trying to change them while you remain the same, they will never change. You are swimming uphill and you will never get there. The boulder's going to roll right back down, just like Sisyphus. You're going to roll the boulder up the hill, and it's going to come right back down, and you're going to do that for eternity. When you try to change the effect, when you try to change the thing you've caused by trying to change the thing will remain the same, and all you're going to do is sweat and labor. That's all you're going to do. You're going to get you a good workout, but you're not going to change anything. Because you can only change an effect with what?
With the cause.
The cause.
And who is the cause?
I am the cause.
So then I am is who?
Me.
Me.
So then who needs to change?
Me.
And how do you change?
Say that again.
How do you change?
Change my mind.
Choose.
You change your mind. And
right.
by mind, you're doing what?
Changing your life.
Yes. You're choosing something different. You're choosing to think something different about yourself first. I'm the person in a bad relationship. Okay, so I'm gonna spend all my time telling them off, doing all, hitting them upside the head, running them over with a car, doing all the other stuff. That's not gonna change anything, because then when you go to the next relationship, you're still the same person who have that experience. And if you're the creator of your reality, you're creating the next one just like you created the last one. And if you're the same, if you're being the same, what do you think you're going to create differently? You change anything by choosing a new version of yourself, a new way of thinking about yourself in relation to that thing. That thing is an expression of you as it is. When you change who you are, you change what it is. When you change your outfit, the mirror shows you something different, not before. You can't wear the same outfit. Put an outfit on. I don't like it. Walk out, go to the kitchen, come back to the mirror. Ta-da! The mirror's gonna show you the same thing. Yeah, but I made effort. I walked around the carpet 3 times. Yeah, but you're still the same person. You're still the same person. You still have the same outfit on. All the things that we chase are only in ignorance to our identity. We're only chasing the air conditioner because we don't realize it's a natural function of the car. That's why you couldn't even think that we were talking about a car. Yeah, because when you know something to be true, that doesn't make sense. Well, if you know who you are in truth, chasing money doesn't make sense. Trying to be impactful and profitable doesn't make any sense. That's not correct. Now, I think Larissa said it earlier in the class. It makes sense because that's what we've been told. That's why I say it's not judgment or condition. I don't tell you things because I don't understand. I tell you things because I do. I don't tell you things because you're guilty or shameful or because you're wrong or crazy or stupid. There's nothing wrong with you. We've just been given the wrong information. And if we're given the wrong information, it's going to end up wrong. Then we look like we're wrong. But we did it right. We followed the information we got to the dead end. If I pull up to a neighborhood and I don't know where I'm going, I ask somebody for directions and they tell me these things and I end up on a dead end, is that my fault? Is that what I was asking for? Is that what I meant? No. But I followed their directions perfectly and I ended up in a dead end. We're following people's directions. We all are. We all have. Right? But just because we all are, we all have doesn't mean it's true. You know how many 3-year-olds think 2 + 2 is like 50 different things? 12, 96. They think it's 1,000 different things. But there's only one truth. There's still only one truth. And only the truth sets us free and keeps us free. Right? So we're not on here judging it. This is not a judgment thing, but this is a truth thing. Though we've all done it, and though we didn't mean to, the law is no respecter of persons. We're still end up at a dead end, didn't we? We're still stuck, aren't we? We're still working 60 hours a day, aren't we? We're still chasing things, trying things, hoping things, wishing things. Well, okay. You're still at the dead end. You're still chasing the air conditioner instead of realizing it's a natural function of who you are. You are. Success is nothing but a state of consciousness that when you are thinking a certain way, you call it success. Humanity calls it success, but it is just the way I am is thinking about something. The way I am is believing itself to be in relation to something. Overall, just as life, or in this particular area called money, or called health, or called relationships, or called intelligence, whatever it is. It is I am believing itself to be something, and whatever I am believes itself to be, based on its self-belief, its concept of itself, it has a relationship with the things that it made, called money, called health, called relationships, called intelligence, called success, called love, all those things. All of those things are not independent things. They did not exist. You created them all. They do not exist without you. They are not independent of you. They are things that you step into as you are. So when you realize that I am owns everything, the earth is the Lord's, the earth is I am's and the fullness thereof. How can you own everything and have everything and then chase things? How does that work? Right? It makes sense that we're chasing things because that's how we've been raised. That's how we've been educated. That's how we've been conditioned. That's fine. But that's why we're here, right? Because be you transformed by what?
The renewing of your mind.
By the renewing of your mind. So if we want to get out of that dead end, if we want to stop chasing the air conditioner, we have to renew our mind. We have to have our mind renewed. We have to redo this. Meaning we have to relearn it. Meaning we have to remember it. That's all. We just have to remember it. Like, wait a minute. This is all my stuff. What am I chasing it for? This is mine. So, okay, well, money is mine, so then I am rich. That actually makes sense. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. If I own everything on this planet, wouldn't it be safe to say I was rich? Conservatively, wouldn't that be pretty easy to say? Would anybody dispute that? Right? If the earth is mine and the fullness thereof, if this is the day that I have made, and I made it to rejoice and be glad in, then maybe I should try that. Maybe I should actually use this what it's for. Hey, Leanne, you got a new car. Oh, it's nice. Well, what is that in your car? Oh, yeah, I bought this car for storage. You did what? Yeah, it's got front storage, it's got back storage, it's a hatchback. So I can lift up the. What? Why didn't you just get a storage shed? Well, I don't know, but wait a minute. You bought a car for storage? You made Monday to complain about? You made Monday to be miserable in? You made Monday literally to put your shades on like you coming off a funeral for half the day? That's what you made Monday for? And how is Saturday better than Monday and you made them both? So you mean when you made Monday, you were out of your mind? You were God insane? And Saturday, you were in your right mind. You had your coffee. So when you made Saturday, you were all right. But when you made Monday, you just weren't in your right. Your back was hurt. That's what you're saying? Right? There's a great quote. I'm going to paraphrase it, but essentially it says, the person that thinks well cannot really stop differentiating their work from their play. Like it comes to the point where they start to feel seamless, right? I forgot the exact quote, but it's in that frame, right? Where basically you stop differentiating between personal and professional, between Saturday and Tuesday. It's all the same day. A baby doesn't know what day it is, and they live in the same day you do. They don't know what day it is, what month it is, what time it is. That doesn't stop them from breathing, eating, crying, laughing, doing everything they need to do that they can do with that body, right? An 8-year-old, if you didn't make them go to school, they wouldn't know or care either, would they? No. And you don't need to know or care either, in the sense of, because every day is yours. You made them all, and you made each day to rejoice and be glad in. So why can't Monday be just as glorious as Saturday? Why can't Saturday be just as glorious as Tuesday? You made them all, and you're the only maker. I'm God, and there is no other. So if I'm God, and there is no other, and I made the day to rejoice and be glad in, that means every day I made is to jump off and get off and pop off, just like that, like they do out here in the Bay Area, doing all that, right? That's the day you're supposed to be popping off like that every day, because every day you made to pop off. Every day you made to jump off and get off. This is the day that you have made to rejoice and be glad in. But if you just think you're Judith, a little old human being, well, guess what? Monday's gonna suck for most people, because most people don't do what they like, forget what they love. They ain't seen what they love, including the people in their house, for a long time. You walking by a whole lot of people like, hey man, what's up? Yeah, right on. Yeah, I'm gonna see you later. I'm gonna see you later though. Have a good day. Right? When we just think we're this little thing that we bathe and we eat, how do you think the day is supposed to feel? You're believing a lie. How is a lie supposed to feel? Beloved, I wish above all things, what? What does it say? I wish above all things, what?
That you prosper and be of good health.
And guess what? Your mind said that. Your brain didn't. But guess what? Your mind is getting tired of arguing with you about your health. Your divine nature, your true self is getting tired of arguing with your human self about whether you're healthy or not. Now, if you want to sit there and act like you're not, then go right on ahead. Law is no respecter of person. You'll sit there and you will suffer. But you decided that. I didn't decide that. As I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. I didn't say that. I didn't put that on you. I don't do that to you. I didn't do that. I wouldn't think that. I told you what I think. So then why are you saying the opposite? Your mind is getting tired of the earth is mine and everything in it. I can't afford it. Your mind is getting tired of arguing with you, with your brain. Your brain is just a human faculty that your mind uses to put stuff in, the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, right? But your mind has everything. Your mind sees everything. Your mind is the universal conscious brain. It knows everything. It's omniscient. It knows everything. Your brain is limited. You're living your life from your lower mind, which is why you're limited, because your brain is limited. You get to your wits' end, and guess what? Then your business ends. You don't have any more ideas. You don't have any more good ideas. You don't know what to do next. Your awareness of being, your I amness knows. But if you identify yourself as just that, then that's all you're going to get. That's all you get access to. When you go to the bank, the first thing they ask you for is what? What?
ID.
First thing. They don't even say good morning. They don't care. Good morning. Yeah, anyway, ID. That's it. That starts everything. If you don't have that, you might as well go and turn around. How hard you gonna work? Judith, how hard if you go into the bank with no ID, how long you gonna stay there and work hard? And what's that gonna do for you?
Nothing. Gonna have to come back.
So you're saying being a good person is not gonna work?
I could be a good person, but the teller is doing their job. They're asking for ID. They ask you for that. So that is required, right? So
your ID is required.
ID is required. And mind you, they said, "Good morning, Miss McDaniel." But and they say, "Good morning, Miss McDaniel," but they still ask for the ID.
That's right.
What I will also, I'll preface it by saying it depends on the teller. Because I have gone to the bank before where the teller knows me, and then they'll just say, "Hi, how can I help you today, Miss McDaniel?" And then I don't have to give them the ID or anything like that because they know me. I've come there enough.
And if they got caught doing that, then what?
If they got caught, is that what you said?
Yes.
I don't know because that has never happened to me.
Right. So if they got caught with giving you a transaction without seeing your ID, then what happens?
They may get fired.
Okay. So that's
the
and, so essentially then they're breaking the law on your behalf. That's wonderful. Sometimes we get away with things, but in consciousness we don't.
Right.
And consciousness only cares about your ID. Because what does the consciousness say? The law is no respecter of persons. It don't care nothing about who you are, what you are, don't care nothing about except what you identify yourself as being. That's and based on that identity, you get access to an account. Correct?
Yes.
Right? So then you can't go up there with your ID and think you're going to get into Marcus's account or to Larissa's account. So then whoever you're identifying yourself as being, that's what you have access to, right? So then whatever we're identifying ourselves as being, that's what we have access to. So when you say I am broke, you're identifying yourself as?
I.
What?
Broke.
Broke. You
broke.
Are giving life.
Broke is a mindset.
You're giving life to broke. Broke is an independent thing. Broke doesn't jump on you. Broke doesn't chase you down the street. Broke doesn't break in your house. Broke is a reality that you have to make real by identifying yourself as it. It is an option available should you so choose to think that way. Just like success is. They're both the same thing. They're just different directions, left and right.
I just imagine broke jumping on you right now. Isn't that hilarious? Like, can you imagine something just
broke to most people is real. It's like it's broke is jumping on people like WWE when they jump off the top rope. Broke just got out there, got the coming off the top rope on you. That got you on the chokehold. They got your leg up and they tapping you out. 1, 2, 3, ding, 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 ding. And broke is up there like undefeated. Laid another one down. broke, you can't call broke. So broke isn't real. You are real. So you make broke real. You can't call broke any more than you can call your business. You can't call your body on the phone. You can't call any of these things that you possess. They all require you. They all are expressions of you. So that means they're all under your control. They're all under your ownership. You are the owner operator. That's what it is. But you're chasing the things that you own, not realizing who you are. But all you're getting access to is what your ID will give you, who you are being. I am what? It's not like I'm just good. Everything I'm good. No, it's not the glossing over thing that you like to do. That you're like, I am. Yeah, no. Me. Who am me? Forget I am. Who am me? Who am me? Me. Who is that? When I say me, who is that? Is me defined as I am broke, or is me defined as I am success? Is me defined as I am trying to be impactful and profitable, or is me defined as I am impact and profit itself? Impact and profit. I don't need it. It needs me. I am impact. I am profit. I am success. I am abundance. I am prosperity. It needs me. It is something that needs me so to express itself, to be alive.
Lucky.
Yes.
Can I ask, so I know you keep saying chasing. What's the difference between like working your business
Great question.
for income? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus chasing money. I'm just trying to get it.
There's one difference. And that's a great question. You know why you asked that question? And I'm just going to say it this way, because everybody's working. So if everybody's working, why do some people make 2 million and why do some people make 300 million? And why do some people still only make 200? If everybody's using the same word of I'm working, right? I'm doing something. There's one difference. The difference is not in the activity. The difference is in the awareness of your identity. That is why I got on JK last week when he said, I'm using my business, I'm using social media to try to be impactful and profitable. But what was the key word? Try. So if you're trying, that means you are not. You are going to try to use your effort to make you be something that you're not. But what did I say last week? So, Auntie Shaky, I know you have a son. You and I have talked. So imagine it's your son's 13th birthday today. Let's imagine. Today's your son's birthday. You decided to throw him a birthday party today. What does the birthday party that you're throwing, what does that represent?
It represents his celebration of celebrating a new year.
So you're celebrating an awareness of something, right?
Yes.
So then your activity is a reflection of your awareness. Your activity is the celebration of your awareness. So everything you're doing physically is because of what you're aware of being, right? So then, but does everything you do make him 13?
No.
No. So everything you doesn't make you rich. Everything you do is an awareness of what you're already thinking you are. It doesn't make him 13. You are celebrating the awareness of being 13. Because whether you threw the party or not, he'd still be 13. So you're throwing the party not to make him 13, but because you're aware of him being 13. Right? So our actions don't make us rich. Our actions only are the celebration of the awareness of who we think we are. I am rich. So therefore, everything I do is an expression of my awareness. So if I'm aware of being poor, trying to get rich, every action I take is still in the awareness of poverty. So it's not going to make him 13. It's not going to make me rich. Everything I do is in celebration of my awareness. So the answer to your question is the actions of everybody is not what makes the outcome. Because the only difference is what state of mind, what concept of myself am I holding when I'm working? Because everything I do is in celebration of that awareness. And if my awareness is struggle, hardship, takes 2 to 5 years to make money, it's hard out here, there's market conditions, there's COVID, there's a recession, there's tariffs. If my mind causes my awareness of being to identify myself as struggle or hardship, every action I do is going to promote that. Is going to be in worship of that. If my awareness is I am success, everything I set my hand to prospers, everything I touch turns to gold, then my activity then goes to prove me right. Everything I do is in honor of that. The party I'm throwing is because I know my son is. It's not to make him be. Every work you do is because you know who you are. It's not trying to make you be. That is the difference. Did that answer your question?
Clearly.
Wonderful.
Clearly.
Wonderful. And that is the difference between divinity and humanity. I am is everything. I am owns everything. Creation is finished. You're not making anything. All you're doing is experiencing what you are selecting by who am I? So based on who I am, I choose that. When we go to the grocery store, don't we pick the things that we like or we know we need? We're selecting based on awareness. I'm going to get this, or I like this. I don't pick what I don't like. So everything I have or don't have is based on my awareness first. So the basket or the groceries that I walk out of that store with are the physical representations of my awareness. What I have is because of who I am, and what I didn't pick is because of who I am. But I was who I was before I walked in the store. So the groceries didn't make me. They're only expressions of me. When we understand that, we understand where to put our actual focus on. We put the focus on the cause, and the cause is I am, what I am defining myself as, what I'm claiming myself to be. All of my actions go to support that. That's what the birthday party is about. It's about that my son or my daughter is 13. It's not to make them 13. And we have been conditioned to think that we could be like, oh, it's not my son's birthday, but I'm just going to throw a birthday party and hopefully it'll be their birthday. We've been conditioned to work and think that we can work our way into a reality or work our way into an awareness. And it doesn't work like that. How can you work your way into an awareness when it takes awareness to be alive first? You're aware before you work. You have to be aware before you work. So how are you going to work different than the awareness it takes to work in the first place? You can't do it. And we've been conditioned to believe that we can think one thing and we're going to work hard to overcome it. We're going to work hard to change it. We're going to work hard to fix it. You can't fix it. It's not fixable. Everything is what it is. If you don't like it, choose something else. It's not designed to be fixed. High blood pressure is not designed to be fixed. It is what it is and will always be. You just change whether you have it or you don't. You can't manage high blood pressure, because if you could, you'd manage it out. You can't manage it. It's not designed to be managed. It's only an expression of your internal dialogue, and your body is expressing. Your body is the first thing you express yourself as. Your body is not you, it's yours. Your business is not you, it's yours. That's why you can't call your business because you got to answer the phone. It's not independent of you. It is you in physical expression. So when you are thinking, I am this thing that's popping like that, then my business got to express it. It's got to pop. Because it is me, it is I am expressing itself as popping, as jumping, as prosperity, as abundance, as success. Those things are expressions of your being. They're not things to chase. They're not things to buy. They're not things to achieve. They're not goals to set. That humanity does that. Divinity says I am that. I am is right now, present tense, first person, that's me. I am health. So if I am health, then the expression of that is healthy. My humanity gets to be healthy because in my awareness, I am health. I am, when I'm aware of who I am, it is a natural expression in my physical form. That's why Jesus said, I only do what I see the Father do. It's not me that's doing the work, it's my Father in me. See that personification of your higher mind and physical form. That is you. You are the Word made flesh. You're the same thing as Jesus. You are Christ. You are the Word made flesh. But that Word made flesh said, I and my Father are one. What does that mean? My humanity and my awareness are one. My humanity is only experiencing what my awareness is aware of being. And in my humanity, I get to choose what I'm aware of being, and that is being expressed back through to me in physical form. That's why there's nothing in the physical world to change but yourself. Because the only thing that you want to change is the thing that you caused because of who you were believing yourself to be in the first place. And you cannot change the effect before you change the cause. And you can only change the effect in relationship. The level of the effect of the level of change in your effect is directly related to the level of cause you change in your mind. That's why we're all working. But why does somebody make 2 million, 50 million, 80 million? People say, oh, well, it's based on the level of problem you solve. That's just humanity's way of trying to figure out why things are the way they are. Because people can make the same product and not get the same money. Then what? People can come from the same neighborhood and they don't end up the same. People in the same industry don't make the same money. People get married and don't end up the same. Some people are married for 50 years, some people are married for 50 minutes. Right? Some people married in a lavish ceremony. Some people married in Vegas in 5 seconds. But somebody they don't know. The only person they know in there is the other person. They don't know the pastor. They don't know anybody sitting down. They don't know anybody. And then some people are out there getting married like Kate and William. They got it on TV. But they call it the same thing, married. So just because we call something the same thing doesn't mean we all express it the same way, is the point. And my point is that the thing, even though we call something the same thing, we all express it differently because we're all in different levels or states of awareness. So it's not the thing that's making you. That's the point. If we all call something the same thing, shouldn't it work the same way? Should we all have the same experience? So if we're not, then why not? It can't be the thing. It is you, because you are the thing. You are using the thing to express yourself. The thing is not using you. It can't use you. You made it. You created it. It doesn't have any existence or life without you. So I said, broke ain't chasing nobody. Heart ain't ever attacked anybody, as Rev Ike said. It ain't ever attacked. Success ain't ever hid from anybody. Money's not hiding from you. Prosperity's not hiding from you. Abundance is not hiding from you. You just have not identified yourself as. You haven't turned the fan on. You haven't flipped the switch by saying, I am that now. I am that thing. You're chasing it. How many likes you got? How many posts you do today? How many people you know? It's not what now. It's not only what you know. Go to school, but it ain't what you know. It's who you know. Well, why the hell do I go to school if it ain't what I know? Which one is it? Well, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, how do I get to know that person? I tried to walk up to Tony Robbins and I got rushed by the security guard. How do I get to know that person? You're in a constant state of chasing. Constantly. It'll always be the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. This person, but you can't get to them. That thing, but you can't afford it. That place, but you can't get there. It'll always be something because that's not what it actually is. Your awareness of being knows everything. It is everything. And all it takes is for you in your human body to say, okay, with your human mind to identify yourself as that thing that you want, that you're chasing. You use it and you say, I now am the thing I'm chasing. I'm that now. I'm chasing money. I'm chasing that air conditioner. I'm now cold. I'm cool. I feel great. I'm chasing money. I'm wealthy. I'm rich. Everything I set my hand to prospers. Every day my wealth increases. I want a successful business. My business is booming. I want money, just like I said, okay, every day my wealth increases and my business is booming. Clients, sponsors, customers come to me like moths to a flame. I am impactful. I am impact and profit itself. Impact and profit are like, man, asking me, can we hang out? Can I come over there? I am impact. I'm profit itself. I am impact. I am. Who's more impactful than God? Who's more impactful than your awareness of being? Who's more profitable than that and it owns everything? The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Who's more profitable than that cat? That's you. So it's not something to chase, it's something to become aware of being. When you become aware of being, then all it is now is like you flip the switch in the car and guess what? The air comes on. You didn't need no prayer service. You didn't need no sermon. You didn't need to wait till Sunday. You didn't need to call anybody. You just flip the switch in your car because you're aware. But if you're unaware, you got the same air conditioner, the same heater, and you'll sit in your car and sweat, or you'll sit in your car and freeze to death with the switch right there in front of your face. That's why you don't leave a baby in the car. They don't know what to do in there. They don't know how to get out. They can't turn the car on. Yeah, when we're a baby in our mind in the world, in the car of the world, we're sitting here burning up. We're sitting up in here sweating. We're sitting up in here freezing in the car when we got a heater in there, when we got air conditioning in there, but not if you don't know how to use it. But since we don't know how to use it, we say it doesn't exist. And since it doesn't exist, guess what we got to do? We got to go chase it. We got to go find it. We got to go get it. We got to get on the gram 600 times. You got to go and chase this person, call that person back. You got to find a way to psychologically manipulate them by saying it's 97 cents, not 99 because it's 97. And psychologically that proves you got to go through all that. When you don't know who you are, you're chasing it. All you're doing is chasing when all you have to do is become aware of being. That is what we do here, is to understand that all it takes, everything is based on your awareness of being. Everything in your physical world is a physical expression of your awareness of being, of your inner state. That's it. If you want to change what you're physically experiencing or expressing, you change your mind. You redefine yourself. I am now this thing. I don't want to be that thing. I'm not chasing that thing. I am that thing right here, right now. Your brain will tell you, how is that? Well, because your brain doesn't know, but your mind knows. Don't worry, I got it. You have to use your mind to train your brain. Just like a parent trains a child. Child will ask you 1,000 questions. They don't know. But you're the parent, you do. But if you want your child to know, you have to teach them. You have to train them. You have to give them the information. They're asking you because they don't. And they're asking you because they know you do. Or they believe in their heart they do, that you do. Right? So it's the same thing. You have to use your mind. You have to be the parent to your brain. You have to use your mind to say, this is what I decided, and so this is what it is. Right? All right. Yes.
So all of what you just said, is that like the subconscious talking to the conscious, the subconscious mind talking to the conscious mind? Because sometimes the subconscious mind can be more powerful than the conscious.
The subconscious.
Subconsciously, like for example, I'll just use an example. I recently had a stroke. So subconsciously, my body is saying, oh, I don't want to get up. But I'm talking to it. I have to subconsciously talk to my body to say, I need you to get up. I need you to do this, do that. You know what I mean? And that's what's helping me in my process, in my health journey. I have to subconsciously tell myself what needs to happen every single day because my body sometimes may not cooperate. So I was just asking, like when you just said all of what you just said, it's almost like it's two people talking. You got to listen to one of them though.
Mm-hmm. 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 So remember when, oh, you know what? And I think it's, okay. Okay. All right. Let me give you, I think it's, okay. So somebody look on their phone, or Veronica, you can look it up. I think it's Matthew 4:8. Look up when when Satan took Jesus up on the mountain, right? Look that up when Satan, and then tell me what it is. And then Vanessa, will you please pull that up? I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to show you when you talked about the two things. And I started to put it on here today too. What you said, I started to put it on here today because I'm going to show you. I'm going to answer. Okay. Matthew 4, yeah. Okay. No, not that. Well, yes, that one. That one, yes, because that one's easier. Perfect. All right. So let me answer your question. Let me show you. All right. Mm-hmm. So then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil, right? Not by God, but by the devil, right? When he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, afterward he was hungry. All right. 40 days, 40. So you got to remember that these texts are written originally in different languages. So in this case, in Hebrew, 40 is not only a number, it's a letter, a number, and it represents something. So does anybody know what 40 represents? Okay, so 40 represents basically it is a full-term pregnancy. It's from conception to birth. Most women don't get there. Only about 40% get there. But 40 is a full term, like from conception to birth. But most people don't get there. Okay. So when there is a concept of something you have in your mind, right? There is a time period. Now that it's instant when it happens, but in physical form, it just depends on how much of this thing you're willing to accept you are. Can you say I'm wealthy and that's really what you are? It doesn't take time, it takes you, really. But 40 represents the time period from conception to birth. So now Jesus has led him to the wilderness to be tempted by the devil, right? And so by doubt, by the opposition of itself, by the opposition. So when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights afterward, he was hungry. Well, Jesus is a personification of your higher mind. It is the word made flesh. So what it's saying first is that it's talking about clearing your mind. Fasting means to abstain from something. So he's abstaining from certain thoughts the way the world thinks, right? And he's going through that whole process of abstaining from literally dieting, detoxing from the way the world thinks. That's why he said, I'm in the world, but not of it. So for 40 days and 40 nights, and afterward he was hungry because he had no thoughts left. So now he has to think. He's like, okay, I've abstained from all these thoughts, right? And afterward he was hungry. Now, when the tempter came, so who is the tempter? The devil. The tempter, temptation, doubt. It's the opposite of what you're tempted to believe with your body instead of your mind, with your brain instead of your mind. So when the tempter came, he said, if you are the Son of God, if you are really who you think you are, if you are the expression of awareness, command that these stones become bread. So you're saying to yourself, I am healthy, but then your brain is saying, yeah, but if you're going back and forth now, to your point. So then your brain says, but your mind, who you really are, sticks to the end of what it is. But so then the higher mind says, your true mind says, it is written. Man is talking about the mind. The mind, my awareness shall not live by bread alone, but by every word. You live by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God, from the mouth of I am, from the mouth of your awareness. Your physical experience is you are living by every word that proceeds from it. That's why there's the battle, because you got to say something. The battle between the brain and your mind is between the untrained brain that the mind hasn't trained yet. So it's going back and forth, and you have to train it. It's showing you how to train it. It's showing what happens to us in physical experience. When you say, I am something, and your brain is saying, no, I'm not. I haven't seen that. Well, last time you tried that didn't work. Well, how's that work? Well, look at how you're feeling now. Look at you now. You say, you know you need to do that. Like, that is your brain. That is your humanity speaking. But your divinity has to say, no, it is written. If you're the Son of God, commanded, well, if you're that healthy, then well, why you look like that? And your mind, you have to use your true mind and say, and answer, it is written, I shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from my mouth. That's really where I'm living, by the things that come out of my mouth. Why? Because they come out of my mind. And my mind is the creator of my reality, of my physical experiences. That is what I'm living on. The body lives on bread. The mind lives on the words that proceed from it. That's how it creates. Okay, so then that happened. Then your brain goes again. So then the brain took him up to the holy city, set him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said to him, if you are healthy, throw yourself down, right? If you are, this is always challenging. What the brain is always challenging because it doesn't know anything but what it sees or what you've already been. And so when you promote or present something new, it's always like, whoa, 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 because it doesn't want to change who it is. That's why I always say your mind is not here to keep you safe. It's here to keep you the same. And the same is safe. What it knows itself to already be is safe. So it's the same. It wants to keep you that. So it takes you up. So now you're going up again and saying, okay, so if you are that, then if you are the Son, if you are the expression of awareness, throw yourself down. For it is written, right? So you look over there, you got a prescription. The doctor told you. It's showing you all the things in the physical world so that you can agree with it, right? It's written. Your prescription says he shall give his angels charge over you, and in their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. But you gotta see the cap. You gotta realize, like, oh, you're trying to play me now. You're gonna use a little bit of this so you can cover it. Yeah, I'm gonna cover this lie with some chocolate truth. I'm gonna cover up this grenade I got in here when there was a nice gold on it, right? And your true mind says to that thought, because it's just your thoughts. It says to that thought, it is written again. So again, you say the same thing. You say what you say. It is written again. You shall not tempt the Lord your God. You don't go back on what you said. I don't need to sit here and argue with you and do what you say. I didn't pray to you. I'm not talking to you, right? You shall not tempt the Lord your God. Okay. Again, the devil. So the devil hasn't refuted anything, right? Your brain will stop once you get control. But you have to get control. I don't mean you have to fight and argue, but it feels like that when you first start. It's like training a puppy. It's like training your kids. It feels like it's contentious. It can be, but it's not. It's just your training. But after you train them, then they walk on their own. They know when to go to the bathroom on their own outside, or they scratch on the window and say it's time to go. Or your kids say, oh, okay, I already did my homework, or I made something to eat. You train them in the way they should go. And when they get old, they don't depart from it. Right? It's talking about your mind. So then your mind said, it's written, you should not tempt the Lord your God. So the devil's like, all right, well, can't get through that one. So again, right? The doubt takes him up to an exceedingly high mountain. Now you really not feeling well. Now you're like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have said this. Maybe I should just stay as I am. And showed him all the kingdoms, shows you all your medication, shows you all of your medical report, shows you all, you got your bracelet on, shows you pictures when you're not, shows you everything. All the kingdoms of the world and their glory, and says to you, Judith, look, this is the way it is. Just accept it. It is the way it is. Look, all these things I'll give you if you just fall down and worship me. If you just agree with me, I'll stop. You can have all this stuff. You can be miserable for the rest of your life. Not saying you are, obviously, but you can be miserable for the rest of your life, and I'm not even going to bother you because you now with me, right? If you fall down and worship me, and your awareness has to say, man, away with you, doubter, away with you. For it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God. You shall worship your awareness of being, what you tell yourself, and only that you shall serve. Then what? Then the doubt left, and behold, the angels came and ministered. Right? The messengers of true thought came and say, this is it. Yes, this is right. You eat. You become replenished. Right? But this is basically the battle of the mind between your mind and your brain. Your brain's telling you everything is the way it is. Just accept it as it is. Just work hard. Just be a good person. Look at your medication. Look at your medical chart. Look at your finances. Look at this. Just accept it. And your higher mind, the word made flesh, which is who you are. I am, that owns everything, that is everything, has the power over everything, owns the earth, that made today, is telling you no. Only the word that proceeds out of my mouth will I worship. will I pledge my allegiance to and stand 10 toes down, stand on my square. And this is what it is. I don't care what it looks like, sounds like, feel, because what did the devil do? Showed you what it looked like, showed you, I'll show you everything. Look. So it shows you all your brain, your mind, your lower mind will show you all the circumstances that tell you that, look, just give it up. Just give it, man, just keep it real. Just be realistic. Just tell the truth. Come on. What's the problem? Look, you can have it. Look, you know what? Medication free for life. Medication free for life. It'll tell you to remain as you are. And you have to say, no, only I do not live by bread alone, but I live by every word that proceeds out of my mouth. Because I am. So what did I say? I say I'm perfect health. Or I say my business is booming. I say every day my wealth increases. And your brain is like, what? Did you see your bank account? Have you seen how you felt today? Now you know your body hurt. Now why are you going to sit here and say that? Because I know the truth. And what is the truth? I am. And what is I am? I am the truth. I am the way. I am the life. And there is no other. So what I say is what it is, and there is no other outcome. I'm the only speaker, and I'm the only outcome of what I say. This is how I live. So fasting is what he did before he got into that, which means what? He abstained from the way the world thinks about things, so that when the world came, when the doubt and all the things that come to us come, we have purified, we have detoxed. We have been like, yeah, I'm on that time now. Yeah, I don't eat that now. I'm vegan. I don't eat that now. I'm vegetarian. Or I'm a this, but I don't do that. I do this. I don't think that. I think this. I don't say that. I say this. Yeah, I see the meat. I smell the meat, or I see the medication, or I see the this, or I see the recession. I see the economy. Jesus, the higher mind did not deny anything that he said or saw. He just did not choose it. He didn't come off his square and said, no, I don't care what you say. I care what I say. I don't care what's coming out of your mouth. I care what comes out of my mouth. Because what you say and what you think doesn't matter unless I agree with it. So since I don't agree, it doesn't matter what you say. You got to leave. So then after the last time, he left. Doubt left. It leaves because it knows this is what it is. 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 It's not up for debate, negotiation. It's not up for conversation. It's not up for anybody else to tell me what I said. I live out of every word that proceeds out of the mouth of I am, out of my awareness. So based on my awareness, there are words coming out. What am I aware of? If you're aware of perfect health, that's what you say and that's what you stand on. You still take your medication while you say it. You still get up and talk to your, but it doesn't matter what I say the 13th birthday party. It doesn't matter what you do. It only matters the awareness you have, because the awareness you have is using all of your action to justify itself, to celebrate itself, to celebrate being 13, right? Whether you got balloons, streamers, doesn't matter. The birthday party is about being. Your work is about being. So as long as you're being, all your work is in accordance to that. And so you will see that. You will see that, right? That is how you stand on your square. That is how you talk to the devil. That is how you talk to doubt, right? As your true mind. Hey, I see it. Yeah, I see it. I know. Yeah, I see it. So I know what I said. And what I say is the only thing that matters. And every day I will say it. I will say it. I will say it. What does it say? Basically, let
the hard days win. Don't let the hard days win. That's what I say to myself all the time. I say I can't let the hard days win, because the hard days sometimes do want to, try to compete. Mm-hmm. But I won't let the hard days win. And then you start telling yourself, you start with that. You start from where you are. Don't let the hard days win. And then get some more. Every day is a good day for me. That's right. Then you move on from that. Man, victory only, victory always. Man, you better get on out of you get hit in your mouth. Right? You just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But you start from where you are. You take once, because no matter how fast you run or how far you run, it's one step at a time. So we ain't got to win the marathon in the first mile, but we run the marathon because we know we win. And we know we win because we've already won. What does it say? Yeah, the victory in all things. All things means all things. It don't mean all things except, or all things until, or all things unless. No, it means this right now. It means my health or my business, whatever it is for you, right? I don't care if it's health or business, it's all the same. It's all the same. Right? It just may be health you're talking about right now, but money's no different. Shoot, there's a lot of people whose money's had a stroke, 2 heart attacks, and cancer. Right? It's all the same, right? So even though the things are different, how we handle it is the same. Which is what? What do I want this to be in my life? I want perfect health. Well, God is health.
God is health. Who do you think made it? God is health. God made everything. God's the creator of heavens and earth. Everything in it, everything on it. That's why God owns it. God owns it, and so God operates it. So I am health. That's natural. Okay, well, if I am health, then that's what it is. So my body can do whatever it wants, think whatever it wants, but this is what it is now. I am that now. And I continue to be that until that which I am is perfectly manifested in my world. It's perfectly physically expressed. Right? Just like that. Perfect. Yes, question.
Larissa, go ahead.
In all honesty, I don't even know where I'm going with this thought. There's so many things going off in my head right now. And while I was ruminating on everything that Coach Lucky said, it's the question that Judith asked that is sparking this reaction in my head. Because as someone that was born with a chronic illness and has given an expiration date every 4 years of my life, I always wondered what it meant, the fact that, again, I didn't have language for it, but I didn't understand and probably still didn't understand fully up until this point, the fact that even though all of these things were spoken over me, I never believed it. I never believed it. And even why it triggered something for me with what Judith mentioned. A couple of years ago, I had a heart attack, and everyone, my parents, everyone was told that they should have started to make funeral arrangements for me because I wasn't going to live through it. Now, the heart attack was the first time I had a heart attack, but that narrative of I'm not going to live past this, I'm not going to survive this, I heard that so many times in my life. And I remember during that period, while I was on the machines and pretty much my brain wasn't working, but my mind was very active. And my mind was active in such a way where I remember thinking, this is not going to be the end of me. This is not going to be the end of me. So listening to you, listening to your response to Judith and everything, it's really giving new definition and new meaning, rather, again, to that phrase that I keep hearing, that you are what you think in every way, shape, and form. If you allow the negative thoughts to overpower that which you really believe and try to push through, even amidst all of the negative, even those thoughts that you were thinking. So that is what I'm starting to relieve and to understand. And I actually wrote down, because this I am taking away from today, if nothing else, is the devil is doubt, right? The devil is fear, that those two equate to me. However, the I am, again, without having language before, the I am, that is within me, is what was pushing through, even though I couldn't really conceptualize what it really meant. But it was that part of myself that kept pushing through and keeps on pushing through, even amidst all the trials, to say, no, I don't know exactly what my life is going to amount to yet, but I believe wholeheartedly that I am here for a reason, and I am going to stand on that, and I'm going to push through and fight through until I see the other part of that. And so that's my processing out loud. And this is really heavy for me. I just have to sit with that. And I really want to thank Coach Lucky for your insight, for doing what you do. And I want to thank everybody for just chiming in and sharing their input, because I've always been that person that it's just the stories of others, the experiences of others, that I sit and I listen, and then I start to piece things together. And yes, I believe wholeheartedly in changing the trajectory of your life through your thought processes. And so I'm thanking you all for that. And yeah, giving me so much to walk away from today.
Wonderful. Veronica, will you pull that page up, that page 31 or 20, whatever that we talked about? I want to show you guys something. Yes. All right. It's about a page and a half, but it goes to kind of what Judith started, what Larissa's talking about, and I want you to see how different life is depending on whether you're Jesus or the devil, right? Whether you give in, whether you remember you're Jesus and don't give in to the devil. I want you to see how everything is the same. There really is no good or bad, really. Because they both need you. A bad thought needs you just like a good thought needs you. It needs you to be alive. Right and wrong, left and right, they both require your participation in order to be alive. So they're not inherently anything except what you make them to be. So, all right. Let's see here. Who can read? Because I want to keep you guys participating. Just kind of raise your hand. Okay, we'll start off with, go ahead, Veronica.
Alexis, go ahead.
Starting at fear?
Yes.
Fear, and then refuse to fear. As long as man lives in the consciousness of his being necessary to conquer the object of his fear, just so long he will continue to have new objects to fear. For as fast as he conquers one, others take its place in constantly increasing numbers. Today, science works 24 hours each day in devising ways and means to master an ever-increasing number of germs and other menaces to human life, which are new to man, and of which he has been totally oblivious in all the ages past and gone. But the more are mastered, the more are there to be found. We always find that for which we look, especially when we fear it, as the following incident shows.
Okay, next person. Veronica, please.
Judith?
Okay, I'm starting with on one occasion.
Yes.
Okay, on one occasion, I was going across a barren field in the country with a friend when he asked whether there were any snakes around. I had never seen any in the many times I had crossed that field and told him so. When all of a sudden he let out a yell and made a big jump, and in looking in the direction towards which he pointed, he was too scared to speak. I saw a big battle snake that had evidently crawled there for the special benefit of my friend, for I had never seen one before and never saw another one in the hundreds of times I have gone over that field both before and after this incident.
Perfect. So if you go back up, please, Vanessa, go to the beginning. So watch this. Let me, okay, right. Fear, and then refuse to fear. As long as man lives, man is the mind. Man is the mind, right? That's what we are, consciousness. As long as consciousness, as long as your awareness, your I amness, right? As long as your I amness, as long as you are aware of trying to conquer fear, there's always going to be more fear to conquer because that's what you're aware of. You're going to keep seeing things that you have to conquer as it relates to fear because you're aware of being afraid. You're aware that fear is a possibility for you or a reality for you. But this is the doubt. This is the devil. Why? Because what does the book say? I have not given you the spirit of fear, right? So if you haven't been given a spirit of fear, where did you get it? And it says it later, right? Today, science works 24 hours each day in creating and conditioning the human mind, the human brain to believe that there's fear and there's things to be afraid of. Oh, well, fear keeps you safe. Well, fear is what you need to get you going. Fear is healthy. It's normal. It's natural. It keeps you alert. It keeps you. Yeah, but all it does, all you're doing is being aware of it. So you're always going to have things to fear. Just like when you save for a rainy day and it rains. Why can't you just save? Why do you have to save for a rainy day? Why has it got to rain just because you saved? And hell, if it rained because you saved, you didn't save just to give it away when it rains. What's the point of that? What fun is there in that? When the earth is yours and everything in it and everyone on it, and you're saving for a rainy day. And as soon as it rains, you got to give it away. Give it all your money away to the rain. So as long as the mind lives in the consciousness, so when Larissa kept talking about consciousness, that are talking about her mind. My brain was a little shut down, but my mind was active. So, but that's why, right? It's whichever one you're listening to. It's whichever you're listening to. You are experiencing your dominant thoughts, not all of them, the ones you think the most. And as long as you think fear is real, fear is good, fear does something, you were to say it's going to be necessary to conquer the object of it, you will continue to have new objects to fear. For as fast as you conquer one fear, there's going to be another one that comes. Well, why does this happen? Like I said, we're not judging, we're not crazy, we're not blaming. Why? Because today science is knowledge, means knowledge, right? So today, the thing that expresses knowledge, right, is constantly devising ways to master an ever-increasing number of germs and other menaces to humans' life, right? Which we become afraid of and worried about. Okay, go down, please. But the more you do, the more you see. So, right? So we always find, what does it say? We always find that for which we look. You're always going to find that for which you look. So when you're looking for abundance, by believing yourself to be, you're not looking for it like it's outside. You're not looking for it like you're chasing it. You're looking for it, meaning you're aware of being it. It's awareness. When you're always going to find that for what you look. You're always going to find that what you're aware of. You're always going to see what you're aware of. That's what your world is. Your world is not the world. Your world is the world you see as you are. That's why there's things you see and things you don't. There's things you're aware of and things you're not. But they're all in the world. We're all living in the same place. So how can you not see something somebody else sees? How can you not be aware of something somebody else is aware of? Right? So we're always finding that which we're aware of, especially when we fear it. Fear meaning an intense emotion about it, an intense awareness. Fear is an emotion like anything else, but there's certain ones that are more intense than others. Fear, happiness, love. Right? There's certain ones, but those are awareness. So you're always going to find that which you're aware of, especially when you intensify that awareness. As the following incident shows. So if you go down a little bit, please. What does it say? So it says, I was going across the field. He said, I had never seen any in the many times I crossed that field. I had never seen a snake, right? But his friend said, were there any snakes around? So what was he aware of? Right? He's asking were there. So there's an assumption to him. He has to believe his awareness is being lit. It's like the pilot being lit. His awareness, right? His fear is being represented in this case by snakes. That's why he said, are there any snakes here? He said, his friend said, I had never seen any of them many times that I crossed. Never. They're in the same field. I've never seen any. So then he said, okay, then they crossed, and all of a sudden he let out a yell, and he pointed to a big rattlesnake. But what does it say right where your cursor is? He said, I saw a big rattlesnake that had evidently crawled there for the special benefit of my friend. It is your assumption, it is your awareness, it is your mind that creates your physical experience. It is your word, your mind turned to flesh. It's the word made flesh. Your word comes from your mind. So the flesh that you see, that you're touching, tasting, bathing, that you're complaining about, looking at, smelling, all that is your internal awareness in physical form. That's why I keep telling you there's no one to change but yourself. And the self of you is your awareness, is what you're telling yourself is true about any and everything. Everything in your physical world is nothing but an expression of that. He said, I never saw another one in the hundreds of times I have gone over that field, both before and after. The other mind never saw it. Before and after, never saw it. Same field, same business. Why is one person rich and another person poor? Why is one person sick and another person healthy? Same world, same life, same germs. We're all adults here. We wash our hands. We're all adults here. We do. Well, then why are some people sick and some people not? Some people broke, some people not. We're all crossing the same field, but we have different levels of awareness. And the levels of awareness one person had, well, they'll never see that thing. Another person, that's the first thing they see. They saw it the first time. And he said, I've crossed this thing hundreds of times before and after. And I've never seen it once. The first time you cross it, it goes to show you it's not about your brain. It's not about your work. It's not the physical world that is doing anything to you. The physical world is only expressing who you are here, who you are. When you say I am what? I am profit and impact. That's what I am. And my physical world has no choice but to show that, reflect that back to me, who I'm being. That's why he saw the snake the first time. And the other dude had been there 100 times before and after, never saw it once. Because you cannot you cannot do or have done to you what you are not. If you're not afraid, you won't scare anybody and no one will be scared of you. You can't give what you don't have, and you don't have what you are not. Because what did Judas say? Without an ID, you get nothing. Generally, right? You get nothing. So without the ID of fear, how do you make others afraid, and how are others afraid of you? You don't have that. It's not in you. Can't be called. If you're not sick, you can't be. If you're not sick in your mind, you can't be in your body. Your body's an expression. It is not a creation. It is created. I know we're getting close to time. So Vanessa, you can call.
Larissa?
Yes, because I want to make sure.
Now, I just wanted to share this story or analogy I heard before as it pertains to the story of Job, and Job in the Bible, and the fact that what ended up happening to Job was everything that he had feared before, losing everything. As much as he loved God, he believed God and worshiped God wholeheartedly, he also lived with that level of fear that he was going to lose his children and lose all of that. And basically, that is exactly what happened. So it's almost as he thought that, wondered it, and it came to pass because of the fears that he was living it with. And so this is just reminding me of that as well. So yeah, or minds.
Well, why do you think it happened? Because would you say Job, right? And then you say, but Job is I am, right? So if Job is afraid, then who is afraid? I am is afraid. Well, if I am is the creator, then I am is going to create what? Fear. And what did Job? That which I greatly feared.
Yeah.
You're not. I would say it this way: you're not separate from God. You're not separate.
So child.
When we are afraid of something, or when we're broke, or when we are aware of being something, that is God being. I am is God. God means I am, right? It's I am. God is means I am is. Right? So when we say God is broke, would we say that? No. So then how can we say I am broke? I am. My awareness is aware of being broke. I'm being broke. That means I'm only playing the role of broke because of my awareness. Like I said, broke hasn't chased anybody, can't catch anybody. So only your awareness of being is what illuminates that thing. You step in and give life to that consciousness, to that state of mind called broke. I am. I am is all there is. I am is all there is and all that is. You are all that is and you are all there is. Everything is going according to what you say and what you think. But you've been saying it and thinking it like Job for so long, you don't really realize what you're saying. You don't realize what you're believing because you've been saying it and believing it for so long. So it's got to your point. It's gotten into the subconscious mind now. And everything gets to the subconscious mind through repetition. The subconscious mind does not believe or create anything on its own. It simply believes what is created, and what's created is what is repeatedly given to it, what is impressed upon it. It's like the land, or it's like a woman's womb. It expresses out what's put in. It's like the land, it pops out what's put in. It doesn't create, it pops out what was put in. So something may be in the ground for a long time before it pops out. But just because it's in the ground for a long time doesn't mean it won't pop out. The only reason it pops out because it was put in. It doesn't matter how long it was between the time it popped out and it was put in. And sometimes when it's been a while in our human mind, we think these things or think this way or believe that way. And then we can't identify why this happens to us. But like you said, that which I greatly feared, past, present. I've been fearing this thing. That dude who crossed that field, why would he ask there a snake? It's the first time. Why would he ask that of all things? He could ask there a snake. Is there rats? He could have asked it. Why did he ask at all? Because that was his level of awareness. That was his day. What's today? You. What was that? Him. That experience was him pushed out. Was him in physical form. That fear that he had that made him ask that question, the snake represented the fear. The snake was the physical expression of the fear of the question he asked before he saw it. So that the snake didn't just come. Right? Okay, question.
Judith. You're on mute.
Mine wasn't a question, it was just a comment. When we talk about fear, sometimes we like inject fear on others and then others inject fear into us. That's where sometimes the fear comes in when we talk about, um, fear and, what does it mean and things of that nature. And so like even for myself, I mean, like this whole journey of wellness, getting back to normalcy has been interesting because a lot of people put their fear on you, especially like when you've had like a major health crisis. And so, but I have to say to myself, you know what? That's their fear. I don't have to receive that. Let me do what I feel comfortable doing because it's a lot of that. And that's why I brought up the whole subconscious this morning, because the subconscious really can speak to you in a good way or a bad way. And so when you took the time to kind of like express it and kind of, make it clear, that was very helpful. So thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Aiden.
Hi, I've been joining these calls for like the
We can't hear you. We lost you, Aiden. We started and then you may want to check your mic setting.
I guess I'm just wondering, like, how do I go forward with that? What should I do?
Okay, so you left and you came back. How do you?
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll start over.
Yeah, it's breaking. So basically just like, how do you manage when negative feelings come up? Like in the past, I would choose to just like think positive instead of focusing on the negative. But lately, like people have been saying, like when you feel those things, like you have to work through them to overcome it, or else you're just
Okay, we lost you again. Lucky, did you get a idea of what she was saying?
Yeah.
feelings. So
Aiden, are you back?
yeah.
Oh man, you cut in and out. You're cutting in and out.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. So let me answer what I think you're asking. You're talking about what do we do with thoughts that we don't like or want?
Yeah. Okay. But like they are rooted in truth, like past truths that I'm trying to like move forward from. Okay. And just
that.
Sorry.
She didn't hear you, Lucky.
Aiden, give me an example of what you mean.
Okay, like right now I have a job that I created for myself by winning a grant, and like red tape and stuff has stopped it. And there's a person who's been promising me different things. So there's like some resentment, but I'm focused on myself and what I can create for myself instead of that. But those, as I try to focus on that more, those disappointments and resentments, I feel like are coming up more and more, and I'm trying to move past it. But I don't know if I should push it down with positivity or like let myself feel it to move on.
Okay, so pushing something down is called, watch this. Pushing something down is called what? In your thought world, like you're talking about, when you have something that you don't like and you say, I'm going to push it down with something else, what is that called?
Resisting.
Okay, one more. Anybody? What is that called?
Depression. I am not.
Depression. That's how people end up with it. That's how people end up with it. It's a whole bunch of thoughts that we have pushed down. And we thought the best way to get rid of them was to push them down. But, not to be graphic, but just think about when you have to go to the bathroom and you keep holding it.
Yeah.
Right? Just think about like, and you have like gas in your stomach, how that hurts to keep holding it. Right? Yeah. It's like that. You're depressing. Depression is when you push down on your awareness. You're pushing down on it, and you're squashing it. So it makes you feel sad because you're not free. You're not able to express. Depression. So
Right.
push it down. No. If you want to feel it, if you want to feel it, you can do that in the sense of like, okay, I'm just acknowledging that this thing exists if I want. I'm acknowledging it for what it is. Okay, cool. So what? For me, I'm like, okay, that's just a thought. But the only reason the thought is coming to you is because the thought can't exist without you. It needs your permission to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
It needs your energy, right? So it is what it is. You don't have to change that thought. You can't change that thought. That thought is what it is. You just choose another one. Choose one that's better for you. So you may say, okay, you have your business. Let's say this is, I'm saying it as much as I understand what you're saying, and as much as I understand about your business and everything like that. What I am saying is, you have a business. So how do you define your business? How have you defined your business? When I say, oh, Aiden, you have a business, how do you define your business to yourself? What do you say about
I activate women's health partnerships.
Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. But what do you say about your business?
It's mine. I am. So it's an expression of me.
Okay. Well, okay, so then what is the expression of you? What is it?
My business.
Yeah, okay, so then what is your business?
Me.
Okay, so then who are you? What are you? Who are you saying you are?
Someone who's in control of my business.
It doesn't sound like you're saying that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. You told me somebody who helps women. That's great, but that's not helping you, is it?
Right.
Because what is helping you is what you should be saying, but you're saying what isn't helping you.
Yeah.
The red tape, you're saying this, you're saying that. And what you should be saying is who you are. I have a marvelous, successful business doing what I love to do. I'm divinely happy and divinely prosper. Every day my wealth increases and my business is booming. Clients, customers, women, in this case, women come to me like moths on a flame. Everybody's looking for me. Everybody loves what I have to offer, loves to pay me what I want, and loves to refer others who do the same.
Mm-hmm.
My business is so effortless and easy. I love doing what I'm doing every day. I'm impactful.
Right.
That is, you know what that's called? A business plan. You know what that's called? An XYZ statement. Because all of your plans and all the other stuff, humanity's plans, when it says in the Bible, when humanity makes plans, God laughs or something like that. Well, wherever
yes,
where it came from, right? But the whole point is that, well, it's because your mind, you are using your limited mind to try to have an experience that your mind isn't capable of managing yet. So you have to use your brain. You have to use your mind, your awareness of being. I am. So when I asked you, what is your business? You said me. What is me? Your business. Well, what is the expression of me? Well, who are you? You couldn't tell me, or you didn't tell me what you should have told me.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't have an answer.
What does it say? I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. What is Jesus? Your higher mind. Your mind in physical form. Well, what is Jesus? Salvation, solution. Your awareness, your higher mind is your salvation. It is your solution. Well, what is your solution? Whatever your desired end is. What is your desired end, Aiden? What do you want?
Prosperity.
So do you think you have to have a business to get it?
No.
So do you want this business?
Yes.
So then so then you tell me, if you want this business, you tell me what this business is like.
It's prospering. It's bringing partnerships to people. It's bringing me abundance and everyone who encounters it abundance.
Then that is Jesus. And every doubt that comes is the devil. Meaning at this point, all you have to do is be like, yeah, no, that's not me. I don't care what you think. That's not me. I'm this. Yeah, I don't have to fight. I just be like, no, that's not me. I don't have to fight it, just not agree with it.
Okay. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you are what you just told me. That's what your business is, what you just told me. Period. Point blank. And don't change it unless you're going to even make it better than that. Right?
Yeah.
But it's not up for negotiation with your brain. It's not up for negotiation with the physical world. The physical world is nothing but the expression of your internal awareness of being. Everything in your life is a physical expression of who you think you are in that area. You can't change it. You can only change you. By changing you, you change it. Means you now have a different experience with things. Your awareness does that. Your brain doesn't know how to do that. Your I amness. So when you are I am everything you said, well, that is a different experience than what you said before.
Right.
Like when we talked to JK last week, and now he understands, like, crying, what the hell does that do? What does that do? You don't want to hear your kid, hey, did you do your homework? I'm trying. What does that mean? Is that right? Yeah, you see Judah's face, you look crazy. Like, what does that mean? Right. Well, it's the same thing. I'm trying to be impactful. I'm trying to be profitable. I'm trying to have my own business. No, I am that. Yeah, it's getting done. It's happening. Or I'm finished. Or I'm about to start. But there's no trying in here. I'm doing. It's what it is. So what you said to me, that is how you describe yourself and your business. I am this, this, and this. And as a result, my business is this, this, and this.
Yes.
And not up for discussion. It's not up for the world to touch it, talk to it. I don't tell you. You literally talk to yourself. And now you're a new person. And when you're a new person, you get a new reality. Not because you change them, you change the cause, which automatically changes the effect.
Yeah, those past thoughts and whatever, that's like the devil trying to show me what's in the real world as proof. So I need to not like let that doubt go away.
The devil is the awareness of mind that is opposing your new awareness. It is saying you can't be this new thing. Well, why is it saying that? Because it only knows itself to be what it is right now. It doesn't know a new thing. So a new thing is death to them, to that part of it. So it's like, oh my God, no, we can't. No. So then circumstances come, right? To stay the same. The kingdoms are shown to you. Red tape is shown to you. It's the same, right? And so your awareness says, no, I'm that. I live by bread alone, by every word that proceeds out of my mouth. So I know I'm living by every word that proceeds out of my mouth because this is who I am. So then guess what? My business is living on every word that proceeds out of my mouth. My income is every word that proceeds out of my mouth. So then what words are coming out of my mouth? The words that are in my mind. Well, what have I put in my mind? What am I entertaining? What am I telling myself? Well, then I don't care what I hear or what I see. Only that's the world. They can do whatever it wants. But I know who I am because I'm in the world, but I'm not of it.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, it does.
Got it? Okay. Leanne, I see you.
I have a question that I kind of want to add to this. Would you agree that choosing the new thought and repeating the new thought that you want and then feeling what that thought really brings you, because it brings an emotion along with it, and really sinking into that, does that help?
Yeah.
To kind of remind your body.
Well, yes, because everything we want something for a reason. What do we want? Why do we want it? It's not just
we want to feel better.
It's just like you said, it brings the awareness of what this really means to me. It means because Aiden told you. She said prosperity. So now, Aiden, you tell yourself I'm prosperous. Why? Because you are prosperity itself. You're not trying to be prosperous. You are prosperity. Prosperity is a natural expression of your divinity, of who you truly are. Anything less means you're not being yourself. Prosperity is yourself. So then you say to yourself, okay, I want this. I want that. Wow. So wow, me having this means what? Oh man, it means I'm free. It means I can buy wherever I want, buy whatever I want. I can come and go whenever I want. I can this and this and this and this and this. Yes, to Leanne's point. It's like you put the tea in the water, and the longer the tea is in the water, it changes the water to tea. So it's like the water is your awareness, and then your desire is the tea bag. And when you put it in there and you let it steep, it changes the environment of your mind, right? By letting it sit. So you're like, I am that. Yeah, I am that. So you may walk around when people do affirmations. I am that. I have a wonderful business. Boy, everybody loves me. Everything is the way I want it to be. You're literally just flavoring your consciousness. You're putting the tea in the water and you're flavoring your consciousness. You're letting it steep, so to speak, right? And it changes the environment. Right? And so you can do that anytime you want. That is inspiration. It's to be turned on from the inside, not motivation to be externally lit up. Well, then shoot, if you don't have AAA, then you're going to be dead. You'll be stranded on the side of the road. Your ability to tell yourself, I am something, and to know that your word is what does it say? My word never comes back to me void, but accomplishes all my good pleasure and prospers unto the place whereunto I sent it. Your word, what does it say? Death and life are in the power of your tongue, in your word, right? You shall declare and decree a thing and it will come to pass. Like Monique said, I'm on the throne, declaring, decreeing, and deciding. I am choosing how this thing goes, how this thing ends, what it is. So yes, Leanne, that's exactly right. Yes, absolutely.
And when we choose a thought that has a feeling associated with it and we let that feeling ruminate within us, that's like the tea bag soaking into the water. Yeah.
It just intensifies your awareness. It intensifies it, right? Yeah. Because time it just takes you. The more you are aware of being your desire, whatever you desire, the more you are aware of already being it, the faster it so-called comes, meaning the faster you see it in physical form. Because it doesn't take time, it takes you. How long does it take you to identify yourself as that desire? Not going to be it, not trying to be it, not hoping to be it, but actually it now. So it doesn't take time, it takes you. And doing things like that and doing things like Leanne is talking about is like, oh man, what's the feeling I have? What's the awareness that I would have? Man, I'd feel like this. I'd be, oh great, okay. That is intensifying my awareness, and that expedites what people call manifestation. The new you physically expressing itself. Right? Yes.
All right, Monique. And Lucky, just so you know, it's 9:12.
Okay.
I'll be quick. I just wanted to share an analogy that has been working for me. I remember when you talked about going to the supermarket and picking out what you want. So a couple of weeks ago, I had shared with Coach Lucky that I had like a disdain for a person in my family. Can you hear me? I cut out.
Yes.
I had an issue with somebody in my family, and instead of confronting that person, I went within and I had a conversation with myself, and I changed how I saw that person. And I kept telling myself, this is what this relationship is. This is what this friendship is. I am the person who has the friend that treats me this way. And when I looked up and it wasn't what I thought it would be, I went back in like, nah, that ain't what I want. Let me go back to the store. Let me return to sender. Let me go back within and choose a different thought and choose a different perspective and choose and keep choosing until I see what I said. Until that person has started saying the things to me that I was saying to myself on the inside, if that makes sense. So it wasn't that I said, oh, I have a different friendship, and then it was a different friendship. I had to keep telling myself and keep going and keep, like going to the gym, or like when you plant a flower, the roots have to grow inward first before you actually see the flower sprouting. So I wanted to share that analogy because those are the pictures that I have in my head, and those are the things that I say to myself, and that works for me.
Absolutely. Because that's all it's about. However it takes for you to get there, for you to, like you said, identify yourself as something and put the roots in. What does it say? Blessed is the man whose trust in the Lord and whose hope is in God. For he shall be like a tree planted by the river, whose roots spread out by the water. And he shall have no fear when heat comes, or no worries in a year of drought, right? Because their leaf is always green and their tree never ceases to bear fruit. You bear fruit where you're planted. If you're planted in despair, disgust, disaster, and all the other stuff, you're going to bear the fruit of that environment. If you're planted in health, success, prosperity, wisdom, and abundance, you're going to bear the fruit. But it takes time and repetition, in the sense of you've been where you've been, or saying what you're saying, or thinking what you're thinking, like Job, for a long time until that fruit popped off. But you've been thinking these things and feeling these things for so long, you're not always consciously aware day to day, moment to moment of what you are being, right? And so that's what I'll say to Aiden and all of you. Last thing I'll say, as far as that's concerned, is it does not matter. It doesn't matter. It's not that it didn't happen. It doesn't matter. And what I mean by it doesn't matter, all this, what you call the past, it doesn't matter. Why? Not because it didn't happen, because it does not prevent you from being I am. The past does not prevent the present. So if there's things in your life you don't like in the past, we're not saying they don't happen. We're not denying. We're not denying COVID happened. No, but it doesn't matter, because as long as you have the ability to be I am what you do, everything right now is present. Who are you now? And what's happening is we're using so much of our past to filter and to create who we are now that we think we have no way of getting out of it. Not realizing we're bringing the past into our present when we could drop the past and only use the present. You only have to use the present. The present is enough right now. I am this right now. I don't care if I was never that yesterday. You were never 36 either until you became 36. You were never 37 until you became 37. So not being 37 didn't stop you. Just because you were 36 doesn't mean you can't be 37. You just keep being 36 until you're 37. Once you're 37, 36 doesn't matter anymore. It's just a means to an end. It just got you to where you are now. Now you're 37 perfectly. You're perfectly 37. Doesn't matter, right? So be present, be 37 and be the best. I am 37. God is 37. Well, how does a 37-year-old God act? The owner and operator of everything on this planet act. What do they think? What do they say? What do they feel? What do they tell themselves? That's who you are. You are I am at 37. For it doesn't matter what your age is, you're I am at that. I am that. I am in present. I am present. I choose my present in the present to be this. I am this right now. It doesn't matter about the past. I am this right now. I am right now. Because the present is all you have. The present, you're using the present to worry about the past. You use the present to remember the past. You use the present to remember the future. And when you get to the so-called future, guess what it'll be? Present. You can only be in the present. That's why the present only matters, because it matters the most. It's the thing where everything jumps off from, where everything is made alive and kept alive.
So is it the fact that we hang on to the past and give it meaning of we can't be what we want in the future because the past happened, and we hang on to that belief?
You say hang on, what's a better way of saying it? Yes, what is a better way of saying it?
We keep our awareness at it.
So if you keep your awareness at it, what is that doing?
Keeping you in the past.
Yes, keeping it alive.
Keeping it alive. Yeah.
You're keeping it alive. You are, because every thought, every idea, everything needs you. The good thought, there is no positive or negative thinking, really. There's just thinking. Positive thinking, if you're to use it, is thinking thoughts that affirm your desired end. You being who you choose. Negative thoughts are, if you were to use them, use that word, is thinking against your desired end or who you choose to be. But they're both thoughts. They both require you. So there is no positive or negative like one to be and the other one is inevitable. No, they both require the same thing from you. And so why we are here on this call is to become aware that we can choose every moment of every day and to choose the thing, the thought that best represents our physical desired outcome, to be what we want and experience. But every thought requires life. The thought is just like this thing. Another word for thought is gene. It's just a thing, but it needs life breathed into it. And the life you breathe into it, the gene, the body, when God breathed life into the body, when you breathe this thought into the body or the gene, this gene reflects this thought. So if you keep thinking, if you bring this gene into today, then guess what? This gene is alive in your world today. When you bring that thought into your world, you bring it in there today. It didn't have to be. It doesn't have to come. You keep bringing it. You keep resuscitating it. That's why I say it's not something to fight with, and it's not something to depress. It's something to choose a different thought. Choose a different thought, a thought that is aligned or in line with your desired end, with I have a great business helping women and all the other stuff like Aiden is doing. I am that thing. That's how my business is. It is booming every day and profitable. Everybody loves what I have to offer, loves to pay me what I want, and loves to refer others to do the same. Everyone comes to my business like moths to a flame. That is the thought that you take, and you focus and fixate on that. That is where you place your attention. I don't care what I see. I don't have to worry about what I see. I control what I pay attention to, what I focus on. You know how many people you see in a day? You don't stare at all of them. You stare at the one you know, or the one you recognize, or the one that gathers your interest. It's the same thing. So yes, absolutely. All that matters is now. Who are you now? Who do you choose to be now? Your cells are listening now. Your body's listening now. Your money's listening now. Your business is listening now. Your relationships are listening now. Everything in your physical world is listening to you. Standing here like this. What are we doing? Oh, God, so-and-so gets on my nerves. Get on her nerves. The thing is, strike it up. Get on her nerves. Oh, God, I'm so sick. Hey, whoop her. Go ahead and beat the hell out. Hit her leg real hard. No, knee thing. Hit her in the knee. This is what your physical world is doing. It's only reflecting back. It's the echo. It's not the speaker. It's the echo. It's the return, right? Oh man, I'm abundant. Hey, get the money up. Start cooking it. Get the money up. That's what it is, right? Your physical world is nothing but the reflection of who you're being on the inside. You can't change it. You can only change yourself, and it automatically changes. All right. Any other questions, comments, anything before I let you all go?
I just want to tell everybody that Coach Lucky is going to be live today in Ronette's podcast, and that's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sharing everyone the YouTube for that.
I just want to add that I know we're way over time, so I'm not going to ask now, but I would definitely appreciate your insight on me breaking down what it is that I do and the outcome I want for my business. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
The U circle.
Right. I was about to say the Saturdays are just a sample, honestly, of what we do every week. So I'm going to add the link to the chat for the youth circle. We meet Tuesdays, Fridays, and you get a one-on-one with Coach Lucky. So I'm adding that in the chat. It's 9:22. So Sparkle Bailey, I see your hand, and then we'll wrap up.
Good morning, good afternoon to some, good morning to others. Coach Lucky, thank you for another phenomenal call of just like helping us to remember. One of my favorite lines was that, you know, we're just aware of certain things. We're walking across the same field.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just aware of different things. It's a lot of accountability in how you deliver information. And it's like realistically achievable accountability. And I can't thank you enough for that. Thank you so much for another great call. I'm excited to kind of like just replay this information. And thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. It's always good to have you. Thank you for coming. Always good to have you. Wonderful. But yes. All right, Vanessa, anything else you want to say?
No, that was it.
Okay. All right. Well, happy Saturday to everyone. Let's make, there's a lot of information. Take from it what you can, apply what you can, right? It's everybody's on individual, roads and motions, but take what you can, apply what you can. Be a doer of the word, not a hearer only. Do it. Do what you can understand. Do what you can apply. But that's how you learn. That's how you prove that it's true. That's how you prove that you are the proof. That's how you validate that you are the validation. That's how you validate that this is all about you. And the more you realize and remember who you are, the more you'll see the power of that truth and the freedom that goes along with it, the prosperity, the success, all the things that all the things that you're chasing are just they're just possessions that you already have. You're just not turning them on because you don't know, right? You think you have to chase them because you think you're something else. But when you remember your I am, then all the things you're chasing are just natural expressions of you. That's why you want them. And so you don't want them as in chasing them. You want them as in turning it on. Like, oh, I want to turn the heater on. Flip the switch. You don't go chasing a heater. You don't go chasing an air conditioner, right? It's the same thing, right? So it's wonderful. Thank you all for coming. It's always a pleasure. And thank you so much for letting me rant and rave and scream at you guys for 2 hours or so. I really appreciate all the interaction. I think that's so important because that's how we learn. That's how we're able to take the information and digest it when you ask questions, because you want to know, like, okay, am I understanding this right? Or how do I understand this? Or am I right? Then you can make it your own. You go from renting information to owning it so that you can apply it on Tuesday, right? When you're this or that place or this place, right? So happy Saturday. Thank you all for coming. I'll see some of you this week, obviously. The rest of you